Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join me for the Saturday Super Stream, which has been one of the most fun shows on the channel. We are here pretty much every week, considering we can't go anywhere, to look at the Saturday afternoon 3 p.m. kickoffs. As all of the stories develop, we will be reacting to them. We normally have a great cast of people in the comments watching all sorts of games and keeping us updated and keeping us abreast of everything. Plenty going on today. Let me just bung up the ticker on the bottom there. You'll see a couple of results in there already. Those are our games for today. Wolves 2, West Brom 3 has already occurred, and a win for the dearly departed. Am I allowed to do that with my bias at the door? Well done, West Brom. What a great result for Big Sam there. In the Premier League, we also then have Leeds versus Brighton, and that is on Sky. So hopefully we'll have a couple of people watching that one for us and keeping us updated. Bit of a surprise in the Championship in the 12:30. Middlesbrough 0, Birmingham 1. And pretty unanimously in the preview show, most people thought that one was going the other way. Big win for Aitor Karanka at his former club. Middlesbrough have been so good at home. We'll have a look at both of those results in just a sec. I've thrown all the other ones up as 0-0s, just so I'm a little bit ahead of the curve. But this afternoon in the Championship, we have Blackburn versus Stoke, Bournemouth versus Luton, Bristol City versus Preston, Cardiff versus Norwich, Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday has been postponed. Derby versus Rotherham, Forest versus Millwall, QPR versus Wycombe has been also postponed, as has Reading versus Brentford. So I don't know why I don't have a huge great cross there. Let me just update that one. How does that look? There we go. And finally, Watford, Huddersfield. And then tonight, we will be back. Tonight, we will be back for Barnsley versus Swansea. That will be a watch along tonight. So what we're going to do, we are 26 minutes from kickoff at the moment. I should have mentioned at the end there. Burton versus Ipswich will also be looking at in League One. Always have an eye on my team, Ipswich, even though they're not dearly departed. Well, they are dearly departed, aren't they, for me anyway? Or Championship, we always keep an eye on them. Before we go any further, we do need to say a big thank you to David, who is our Super Stream sponsor. David May, not that one, fan of the channel, happy to support great content. Probably see David later. He'll probably be tuning into Watford and Huddersfield, which will be useful as ever. Thank you very much, David. And we've got a new feature today. Are you ready for this, everybody? Have a look at the bottom. You can support via Super Chat at any point in the broadcast. The first Super Chat today, we were looking for a fake news sin bin sponsor. Our friend Lee suggested, why not let the first Super Chatter of the day become the sponsor, the king of the bin. So if you are the first person to Super Chat today, you have the rights for the entire stream to the fake news sin bin. You don't get to decide who goes in there. That will still fall on me. But you can sponsor the fake news sin bin just by being the first person to Super Chat. Right. Let's have a quick look, see who's here. James is here, going to be watching. Great. So we've got someone doing Ipswich. Liam is here. He's normally watching MK. There he is, yeah. Let us know if you just watched that West Brom and Wolves game. Let us know what happened there. Owen is here, predicting a Forest win. Noah, Leeds 2021, is nervous about the Leeds game. I wonder if that's to do with a certain Spanish goalkeeper. Yes, we'll go through the lineups in just a sec. Look, yes, hi to Mr. E and Joel. Andrew, welcome along. Chris is here. Benbow, Liam. Stephen says we always bottle it to get into the top 6. Has been the case recently, hasn't it? You could use a soundbite. You could use a soundbite to be used when one of the dearly departed teams win. Doesn't happen often enough, does it? 5-4 Leeds. There we go. The Ron Swanson jumper is out today for you fans of Parks and Recreation. Up the Albion. Come on, George. What a great win for Albion. And with my dearly departed hat firmly on, we'll give that one a fist bump. Well done. And there we go. The king of the bin. Well done to Noah. Sensational. It's straight in there. So the sponsor of the fake news sin bin and the king of the bin will be Noah. Now, all we need is some complete buffoons in the chat at some point, or some complete buffoonery, and we can open up the fake news sin bin. But thank you very much. Noah is the king of the bin for the entire stream. Don't let that stop you super chatting, though. By the way, really helps the channel. The bin is mine. Do you remember The Boy Is Mine? The boy is mine. Who sang that? Brandy and Monica? I think. Dear oh me. Snowing here in The Hague on my first day of quarantine, returning from the UK. Nice one, Alistair. 2 debutantes for Preston. We'll have a look in a second. Virtually from Pride Park. Semi-Ajay goal machine. Made in Rotherham. Iain, made in Rotherham. Or maybe Arsenal, but certainly trained in Rotherham. Yes. Kiko in net for Leeds. Even when we're awful, we beat the Wolves. Well done. Hello to Gaza. King of the bin. Noah is our king of the bin. There he is. Nice one. Cheered me up from having to deal with the game. Big chance for Hugill, says Ollie. I can't read the rest of the comment, but yeah, big chance. And it does you no harm having a bit of extra height and physicality when you're playing Cardiff. Simon says 5 goals, still a horrible game of football. Wolves versus West Brom, but congratulations to their West Brom fans. I think Chris was watching Borough, not quite themselves. Training ground not open, similar to Millwall against Cov. Brum continue a decent away form. Yes, they do, don't they? Good point. Super Nay says, come on, Leeds. Right. Should we have a look at some team news? Well, we'll work our way down. I know people get annoyed with me when I do Premier League first, but we've only got 2 games to do. So let's just quickly see how the Baggies did it for the dearly departed in that early kickoff. Well, they were 2-1 down at half-time. Pereira gave them the lead. There's Hamza. Well done, matey. Great win for the Baggies. Brilliant stuff. And Fabio Silva and Bolly had put Wolves in the lead at half-time. Then Semi-Ajay again and another pen for Matt Pereira in the space of 4 minutes there. And let's have a look at the numbers. Oh, what's happening with the lights in here? Deary me, can you still see me? That was strange. Hopefully we're not going to get any kind of power cut, or the Undertaker's going to appear or something. There we go. Unless that bulb just went. I shouldn't have had that on anyway. Deary me, I'm getting scared in here. 3 big chances to 2 for West Brom. What is going on in here with the lights? Deary me. Let's move on anyway. We'll just have a quick look at the Leeds selection. They are playing Brighton today, and then we'll get into the Championship once we've got our dearly departed stuff done. I'm just worried that a bulb is going to explode on my head at any point. So the big team news for Leeds is Kiko Casilla in goal. He was absolutely hopeless, wasn't he, against Crawley? Let's hope he has a better game for our Leeds friends today. So Cooper, Struick, Ayling, it's coming up as one of those 3-3-3-1 business that Bielsa loves to do when he's playing against 2 forwards. So Alioski and Dallas tucked in with Click, Harrison, Rodrigo, Rafinha, and Bamford up top. For Carl. There's Poltergeist in here as I'm looking at Dion Dublin, who I'm sure in his home show that he does has met many a Poltergeist. Anyway, the Brighton team there. Sanchez, favourite of mine there. Adam Webster from Ipswich. Lewis Dunk, Dan Byrne, March and Veltman wide. Ben White in midfield. I'm sure Leeds fans will think that's a gross misuse, if you'll excuse the pun, because he's playing with Pascal Gross in central midfield. McAllister is going to play off Mopai and Trossard. Let's have a look at some of our championship games. We will try and start at the top and work our way down. Norwich are playing at Cardiff, and they are without Timu Pukki, as it was pointed out in the chat earlier on. Burton has to continue in goal. Tim Krill had COVID, so he's hopefully he's okay, still isolating. So Burton, Aarons, Hanley, Gibson, Sørensen. We think a new left back in at Norwich very soon of the Greek distraction, so I've heard. Skip and McLean is the double pivot. Buendia, Vrancic, Campbell, like the look of that. And Hugill up top. No Pukki for Norwich today. For Cardiff, Smithies in goal. Still no Kiefer Moore. Bennett, Bagan, Nelson, Bakuna. No Sean Morrison. Volks, Pack, Rolls. Very experienced. Rules. Excuse my pronunciation. Wilson, Glatzel, Hoylett. So whether that's a 4-3-3 or 4-5-1, we will find out. Where should we go next in the Championship? Swansea play later on. Let's take a look at Bournemouth, who are at home to Luton. Begovic in goal for Bournemouth. A start for Cameron Carter-Vickers. Interesting. A rare start indeed. So Steve Cook, Carter-Vickers, Diego Rico. So no Lloyd Kelly or Chris Methven, both on the bench there. It's rotation. Shows a strong back line in terms of squad depth for Bournemouth. I like a lot of those players. Stacey and Smith, wing backs. Lerma and Cook, central mid. Josh King starts with Solanke and Brooks. So no Stanislas. He may be on the bench, but he's not appearing in that screenshot. For Luton, Sluga, Bree, Lockyer, Bradley, Potts. Remember, Norrington Davis has been farmed out to Stoke City now. Think of that what you will. Berry, Dewsbury Hall, Ray and Panzu, Cornick and Collins up top. Normally a midfield diamond for Luton. So we'll see. That may well not be a 4-4-2 in the way it's drawn out. It may be configured slightly differently. Brentford and Reading are not playing. Watford are playing Huddersfield. The final straw for Vladimir Ivic, the return game back on December 16th. Backman in goal. No cycling goalkeeper for you today, guys. Firmina, Sierralta, who's been favoured by Cisco. Troost, Ekong and Messina across the back. That's not Ivic's back four in any way, shape or form, is it? Sema and Sarr are wide. Lots of sibilance when I say that. Cleverly and Chalobah in central midfield. Dini and João Pedro up the top. For Huddersfield, Schofield in goal. Pippa and Toffolo fullbacks. Critchlow Noble and Edmonds Green, a double central defensive partnership there. Now, can anyone give me any info? Look at that central midfield for Huddersfield. Who can help me out here in the chat? Alex Vallejo, pass. Rolando Aarons, that's a debut. And Aaron Rowe. We normally expect Lewis O'Brien, Carol Eiting in there. And Hogg as well. So any info on that Huddersfield central midfield would be greatly appreciated. Bakuna, Campbell and O'Brien. So no Mbenza up top either. Huddersfield look different than they normally look, I have to say, for whatever reason. I wonder whether that will play into Watford hands. Let's have a look and see the tail of the tape for Borough, who lost. We already had a couple of reports on this one. Here's how it panned out. Scott Hogan, brother, with the only goal on the 26th minute. Borough strong. Bettinelli, Jokestill, Fry, McNair, Buller, Wing, Morsey, Saville, Johnson, Akpom, Tavernier. For Birmingham, and a winning team for them today, Etheridge, Colin, San Jose, Dean, Friend, Keefton, Bell, Sunyic, Sanchez, Terrell, Bella, and Scott Hogan, the goal scorer, up the top. Good win for Borough. Let's just give you a live league table before it all starts. Did I say good win for Borough? Good win for Birmingham. First error of the day. Put me in. The fake news sin bin, sponsored today by Noah, the king of the bin. Good result, for Birmingham. Look, 7 points clear of relegation into that little run of 3 teams there, all on 26 points. But look, a win's a win, and they've started this next phase of championship games, and we can call it a phase of 15 championship games, potentially up to the start of April with a win. We'll come to comments in just a sec. We'll just get all the team news done. Let's see what our friends Stoke are up to. We seem to have covered them a lot on the channel. They've been on TV a lot. They must have lots of fans and draw good viewing figures. Stoke. Let's have a swig of this Pepsi. As if I need to be made more hyper. So for Blackburn, Kaminsky in goal, Nyambe, Lenihan, Douglas, and a debut for 18-year-old Jared Braithwaite at centre-back. Ayala's just not been fit consistently at all. Dak, Travis, and Johnson. Dak starts. Great news. Rothwell pushed a bit further forward by the look of it. Armstrong and Elliott. So different permutation here today for Blackburn, who often it was Elliott, Armstrong, and Brereton or Gallagher with Rothwell further back. Dak's in there, although I wonder whether it'll actually be Dak in the front three and Rothwell in the central midfield. Rothwell has proved himself a great dribbler this season. For Stoke, a couple of new signings for them, and there's one in the team there who won't be playing central midfield either. So Bursick in goal, Collins, Suter, Chester, Norrington Davis will be playing left wing back. So Matondo, correct me in the chat, will either be up top and Powell will be further back. I wouldn't have thought he'd be that deep, but we'll see. We'll find out today. John Obi, Jordan Thompson, the other central midfielders, Joe Allen. Who the hell's playing right wing back? Oh, God. Someone help me figure out this Stoke shape, because it won't be Joe Allen, will it? Jacob Brown. They do look light up front, really. No real striker in that team. Let's move on now. Barnsley play tonight against Swansea. Bristol City versus Preston. And let's have a look. We expect some returning players and some debutants in this one. And we get them. Bentley in goal for Bristol City. Hunt, Viner, Callis, Rowe. Adelakin, who's come back from Hull, and I think he started both the games. Alfie Mawson will not play in central midfield, so that formation is likely wrong. Naj and Palmer there. It's probably going to be a 3-5-2, isn't it, with Rowe and Hunt as wing backs and Mawson centre backs. So then maybe Adelakin's going to be a number 10, or they're going to play a midfield 2 and a front 3. We'll see. That will likely get corrected as we go. But anyway, Palmer in the team. He's been on loan at Swansea, hasn't he? Didn't so much get too much in the way of minutes there. Jeju starts with Martin, so no Wells or Semenyo. For Preston, Alan Brown has signed a new contract and starts. So does Daniel Everson. They brought him in as short-term cover for Declan Rudd, who's out for a while, isn't he? Fisher, Huntington, Davis, and Hughes. Brown, Ben Whiteman makes a debut there. He's been signed from Doncaster. Barkhazen, Johnson, Sinclair, Maguire up top for the Lily Whites. Millwall, what are they up to? They're off to Forest today. Good result for Millwall over at Bournemouth. Got a draw. They need wins. And Forest are below them in the table, albeit trending upwards. Sunderland have gone 3-0 up in their game at Wimbledon. Going to be a big win. And a hat-trick for Charlie Wyke as well. Well done to him. So there is your Forest team. Samba, Christie, Worrell, McKenna, Ribeiro is the defence. Sow and Yates, the double pivot. Myton, Cafu, Amiobi, Graben up the top there. Trending in the right direction. Forest. Białkowski in goal for Millwall. Hutchinson, Pearson, Cooper is the back three. Malone, and I keep hearing rave reviews for this Dan McNamara. Not seen anything of him yet, so looks like he's made a bit of an impact over Marlon Romeo, who's on the bench. Leonard and Woods, Wallace, Parrott, and Zahor, who transfer marks were obviously incorrectly reporting that his loan had come to an end. Obviously, not correct. Moving on, let's have a look at Cov. They're postponed, aren't they? Silly me. They were due to play Wednesday. Birmingham have already played. QPR are postponed. Derby and Rotherham. There is your Derby team there. Kel Roos in goal, so no Marshall. Burn, Wisdom, Clark, Buchanan. Shinny, Bielik is the double pivot. Waghorn returns from suspension. Knight, Yoshviak, Kazim Williams. Wayne Rooney, now the full-time manager. So I think everyone in the chat and watching will tip their hat at a hell of a career. Wayne Rooney now officially retired and probably the best English player of his generation. So obviously congratulations to him on a stupendous career. Wayne Rooney, let's see how he goes as a full-time manager. Now, for Rotherham, Blackman in goal, Ihekwa, Wood, McDonald across the back, Olasunde and Harding, Wiles, Crooks, Barlassa, Smith and Lindsay. Lindsay won't play up top. Willie might be looking more like a 5-4-1 for the Millers today. And I think, am I right in saying Wickham is postponed? It will literally be ticking across the bottom. Yeah, Wickham postponed. They were due to play QPR. One more, and I promise we will go to your comments. My team, Ipswich, are off. Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbanks, Burton, Albion. It can only go wrong, can't it? Ipswich in 9th there, and Sunderland already put in 3 points on the board today. So for those of you who are interested, which is probably only me in the entire broadcast, Holly in goal, Chambers and Ciala, McGuinness, Ward, Dazelle, Downs, Bishop. It sounds so good on paper, doesn't it? Deary me. Judge, Norwood, Edwards, and for Burton, Garrett, Brayford, Carter, O'Toole, Gallagher, Vernon, Powell, Gilligan. Didn't he write Breaking Bad? Edwards and Akins, who's been at Burton forever, and Kane Hemmings. Just before we came on, incidentally, Cardiff announcing the signing of Max Waters from Crawley, who's been scoring plenty for them. Quick little plug. You can subscribe to Patreon. Patreon is the place for exclusive content, post-stream summaries, etc., etc. You know, all of that good stuff. Lee, you missed it. Noah is the first king of the bin, and he will sponsor the fake news sin bin for today. Hopefully we don't have to put anybody in it. Right, let's scroll up a bit and have a look at your chats. What have we got here? How high do I go? Let's go this high so we can revel in Hamza, who is a Patreon, his joy at the West Brom. We were about 5 minutes away from the kickoffs. Fell asleep on set plays. Missed a great chance to make it 2-0 just before. Second half, very professional and great attitude to get back in it. Well done to West Brom and to Big Sam. Ollie says, Vrancic-Hugill combination does not work. Going to be a low-scoring game. Interesting. Certainly doesn't work as well as the Buendia-Pookie combination, which has torn up the Championship on 2 separate seasons now, hasn't it? Holly back in goal for Town. Yep. The Paul Lambert, what does Joe call it in the Blue Monday group? Paul Lambingo for the team. Millwall unchanged. Forest says Gaza. Zahor, last game on loan. Well, that was what I was led to believe. Well, I thought it was already done, but we shall see what happens with that deal. What else have we got? Owen, thank you. We've just gone through that one. What happened to the cycling goalkeeper? I don't know. No idea. Did he fall off his bike? I hope not. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Owen. Injured with a finger injury. Indeed. Journeyman, we'll go to full time in these 3 p.m s, and then we're going to go and walk the dogs and have some food. And then I'll be back at 7:30 for Swansea and Barnsley, which I am very much looking forward to. Remember, if you're watching right now, hit like, really helps other people get in the stream. Comment and subscribe, as it says down the bottom there. Oh, Eiting's out for the season, Chris. That's a shame. It makes sense for him to go back to Ajax then, wouldn't it? If he's rehabilitating. Is that? It feels like I've put too many syllables in that word. Hello in Oz. Robin. Friend. Who is it that hates it when I do that? Anir. Friend. Was he man of the match? Oh, talented friend. There we go. Anyone want Jack Rodwell? I could do with a gardener. I'll drop him round. There you go. Only in the chat here. What else have we got? Boing Boing Baggies, it would appear. Outstanding. Yes, I agree, Liam. It just depends how, talking Bristol City there, how he configures that midfield three, because obviously Adelakin and Palmer like to get forward, but Adelakin you'd think would be the more likely to be the number 10. What else have we got here? The dude, he's giving us too much information, and Beans Noah. Oh, he's before he watches. No, should I put him in the fake news sin bin? I don't know. It's just a phase. Birmingham will grow out of it soon. Deary me. Take the win, David. What's this? Not celebrating? It's a joke, I think. Well, we'll see how many people take it seriously today. What have we got here? Come on, the Rams. Let's get the Rooney revolution off to a win. Anyone best Wayne Rooney career moments, let me know in the chat. I always love that volley where he's arguing with the referee and then just runs 20 yards up the pitch and lashes it in the top corner against Newcastle. What a player. What a goal. Do I know Crawley only signed Max because he was so good in a friendly with a team he wasn't signed for? I did not know that indeed. Looking like a track athlete. It's the only thing about me that looks like a track athlete. All bought and paid for. Ready for the game. Wearing a Graham Taylor scarf. Is this an anniversary of the great man? What a player. What a manager even. Graham Taylor there, particularly at Watford where he did his best work. Honey Gun says, I think we have a chance today with Palmer starting. And quickly, first goal. Have a look across the bottom. We'll bring the ticker up. Where in those games, how many have we got today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think 10. Where are we getting our first goal in the 3 p.m.s today in the Saturday Super Stream? We are kicking off all over the place. Let me know if you're watching a game on iFollow or whether you're doing the Leeds and Brighton game on Sky Sports as well. I know we've got several people who will be watching games. Let us know who you're watching. Jason Knight leads the Rams out. Is he captain at Pride Park? Sensational. He's only about 19, isn't he? Big call from Rooney in his first game there. A young captain. Luton have kicked off at Bournemouth. Twitter tells me. Eiting has gone back to Ajax. Well, what a shame. Quite liked him. Oh, Graham Taylor scarf match day today. What a one of the stands is named after him. I was at Watford soon or recently. Do I live in Bristol? No, I live in Bedfordshire. Brandon, first goal Derby. Do I know who has the worst injury list in the Championship? Well, it's every single team, Liam, because every fan I talk to from the Championship claims that their team has got the worst injury list in it. So, victimhood contest, isn't it? Who's got the most injuries leads to score the first goal. I don't know where Bits is today. I'm sure he'll be back in the watch-along tonight. Watford first goal, Bournemouth. No more I follows for Ryan. He's in the chat with us. Good stuff. First goal, Rotherham. Oh, Millwall have got referee Stroud. There you go. 5 o'clock somewhere. John's on the beer already after the Birmingham win. Well done. Congratulations already to West Brom and to Birmingham. 2 wins for our, what would you call them, West Midlands-based teams. Mel has not only given us who's going to score the first goal, the team's given us the player as well. So get Mel on your lottery numbers if that one comes through. What else have we got? Surprise Cardiff win today. Come on, Bristol City. There you go. Absolutely. Lewis, have you seen my new position on the Derby takeover? It's either happened or it hasn't happened. At the moment, it hasn't happened, and I'm not talking about it until it's happened. So it hasn't happened, and I'll talk about it when it's happened. Early chance. Harry Wilson's heavy touch stops the shooting. Barden gathers, and Mel joined us on that one. Reading will have Maite and Moore when they play Brentford. That is some good news for one of our many teams with injury crises at the moment. No goals so far in any of our games. We await the first goal of the Super Stream. What did I tell you last Sunday? I've got no idea what you told me last Sunday. Lewis, you'll have to remind me. Lots of people tell me lots of stuff. I think Rooney retired to take wage demands off Derby. There you go. Ivic to Sheffield Wednesday, and Norwich are our first goal scorers. If that's Hugo, then Mel is a clairvoyant. 3 minutes in, it is Cardiff 0, Norwich 1. The league leaders taking an early lead today. We will likely get a look at that goal on Soccer Saturday. Great start for Norwich already on 47 points for the season. Am I right? They're going to be moving on to 50 by the look at it. Set play here. In goes the cross, flicked on, and I think Grant Hanley headed at the back post and puts that one in. Grant Hanley with the first goal of the day for us today in the 3rd minute. That is great news for Norwich. Not so great news for Neil Harris. Let's have a look at the live league table for the first time today. And they're heading for 50 points already. Norwich at the top of that table. A great 7-point gap as it stands if they can hold on to this outcome that they've got at the moment. Great start for Norwich there. It's going to be 15 wins as well for the season. They are running away with this if things continue at a 7-point gap. Great start for Norwich. For Cardiff, not so good. Not so good at all. 29 points they will stay on. Obviously, you can see Millwall are playing Forest. So one of them is guaranteed points below them. Derby also in action today. Let's have a look at your comments. What do we got here? Mystic Mel. Well, he said Hugo, but he was right on the first team, wasn't he? Chris is Lee backtracking from his Cardiff prediction. What have we got here? Hugo won the free kick. There you go. That means Mel's right, does it? Can we do a hashtag end of story on that one? Hanley. Katie says, strange for us today. Last season's away kit, 6 changes, only 4 subs. Not good. Not good at all. It began with H. Well done, Mel. You'll take it. You'll take it. We've scored from a corner, says Russ. Indeed. They have. Mill will have a fully fit squad for the first time in a while, says Gaza. Who are QPR? Who are QPR? Well, They are a association football team, Mark, based in West London, Shepherd's Bush. You can definitely put Mark A. Smith in the bin. Is he going in? Let's see. We'll give him a chance, hey? Bristol City need the 3 points. Don't we all, hey? Do you think Leeds will win today? I'm sure we got some people watching Leeds. Mel, I was hoping you'd read my club's tea leaves. There you go. Mel is winning in the Clairvoyant Stakes today. Thank you to Noah, who is the sponsor of the Fake News Sin Bin today. He is he's the king of the bin, but everyone's being very sensible and we can't put anybody in there just yet. Wigan either behind or taken. No, they're behind to Rochdale. Peterborough have taken the leader. Barnsley need to get a result tonight, says George. Leeds pressing. Looks like from what Lock Yes is saying. And Preston are apologising for I Follow being terrible. Peterborough have also taken the lead against MK. We normally have Liam watching MK, so I'm sure he will keep us aligned with that one. Yes, George will be here at 7:30. Really looking forward to that. Barnsley-Swansea should be a good game. Comment of the day from Blow. The great Benjamin Bloom is back. If anyone would like to refer to me as the great Benjamin Bloom, I would be okay with that. Thank you, Blow. Must admit, Blues haven't suffered from injuries or COVID yet. Halilovic's really been the only one out recently. Been incredibly lucky. What's happening, Liam? To MK. Andrew says, first substitution of Burton already. Bostwick for Burton. Well, I hate to revel in anyone getting hurt, but it can only be good for Ipswich, can't it? Ben. Hey, BB, have you seen Villa this season? Any ideas? They're in the Premier League, Ben. We cover them on the Dearly Departed show. Looks like we might have had a chance at Bournemouth. King hooks it up in the air, headed away. Oh, silly header back. Oh, big chance for King, and you can't get under control there. If you can bring that down and just stick that in the net. Bostwick on for O'Toole. QPR Forever says, what Samuel did is awful. So what's happening there? Has he signed a pre-contract then at Fenerbahce? Wigan have equalised, by the way, not one of our games. But in the Premier League, West Ham have taken the lead against Burnley. That's good news for our dearly departed teams trying to get out of the bottom three. I'm not watching any games at 3 o'clock, Ryan. I'm trying to keep across everything. I put a game on and I don't pay any attention to it. So am I doing? I am great. Noah put you in the bin. Wait, Noah owns the sin bin. He doesn't own the sin bin. He owns the sponsorship rights and is the king of the bin. So we better put someone in, hadn't we? Where's Mark gone? Right, Mark, you're in timeout for 5 minutes. In he goes. Mark goes. The fake news sin bin feels a little bit unfair, but if we're doing the king of the bin thing now, we've got to stick some people in there. Michael Antonio is the goal scorer for West Ham. There you go. Noah's having a lovely old day. We have a goal in the championship, everybody. Ashton Gate for Bristol City. 1-0 to Bristol City in the 8th minute. We will await the goal scorer. I am going to bring up the live league table, and you can see SofaScore have caught up with that. Bristol City going to be moving on to 36 points if that all stays the same. Famara Jeju is the goal scorer. We're having a look. What's happening at Leeds? Someone's gone down in the box there. Looks like Neil Mopai. Possibly. We're seeing a replay of that played through. Ailing behind him. Mopai falls to the ground. No penalty. I don't know if they're VAR in that. Ailing skims his shoulder with his hand. So you never know with VAR, do you? You never know. Hopefully we'll get a look at that Bristol City goal in just a second. Commissioner of the bin. Absolutely. King of the bin. Right. Let's see what this Jeju goal was like. Mark McAdam reporting from Ashton Gate. Set play in from the right-hand side, left-footed. Jeju powers the header in and Preston go behind. Good headed goal by Famara Jeju. How many is that for the season for him? Can anyone let me know in the chat? Decent return, I think, considering certainly per minute as well. Michael says, great tribute to Dave Greenfield. There we go. Musical side. Got you here. Thank you, Michael. You are very, very welcome. Do we think the Championship is the most competitive in the world? More excitement than the Prem? Well, I love it. Competitive, I don't know. It's certainly the most box office, though, isn't it? For sure. Pre-contract yesterday on a 4-year deal. So he'll be there for the rest of the season. So he's going to go on a free, is he, QPR forever? Interesting. Good luck to Bright Asai Samuel. Cambridge have taken the lead. Colchester, Sky Sports Soccer Saturday tells me, parried shot. And it wouldn't be a Saturday Super Stream without a goal from Luke Jeffcott, who scores literally every week for Plymouth. Someone's going to sign that guy, isn't he? There he is. Jeffcott scores again. It's a running joke now in the Super Stream. Jeffcott every single week. Goodness me. Poor dive from Mopai. No, it didn't work. He didn't get booked, though, did he? Noah says, not much we can do about Samuel. I was annoyed when I found out Fenerbahce wanted him. Tend to pay a lot of wages, but not a lot to the clubs. Looks like a chance for Watford here. Sarr down the right. Good cross in by Sarr. Sema in the box. Falls to João Pedro. Parried away by, I think it's Schofield in the goal for Huddersfield. Did I see right that Ben Hamer went from Huddersfield to Swansea yesterday? Interesting one. 5 goals, thank you, in all comps for Jeju. Not a huge amount, is it? But he hasn't been starting, has he? Afternoon to Nat and DJ Samuel. Brican doesn't know who wants to lose more out of Cardiff and Norwich. There we go. Championship is the 5th most watched league in the world, more than the French top division. Well, there you go. And we're all here watching it too. Even Mel didn't predict Jeffcott scoring. That's something everyone knows that will happen. Only took him 11 minutes today, Ryan, didn't it? What's going on at Derby? Chris Kamara is talking about something there. We're going to have a chance. Clipped in. Josviak misses their header. Looks like Shinnie arriving on the left foot. Half volley. Good save. Surely Johnson Clark Harris is bound to sign for a championship soon. He's unbelievable. Just Peterborough always get good money, don't they, for forwards. Anir is here. What a fantastic start for us. Yes, we only have 2 goals so far. Did I put the Bristol City one up? I didn't. There we go. We'll get hashtag we don't get the credit we deserve. Literally not getting the credit we deserve. We haven't scored a goal. And I'm not mentioning it. There we go. Right. Big chance for Rotherham. Should be 1-0 down. Smith chance. Lewis is watching Derby for us. Benji has the best hair jumper combo in the business. And you can call me the great Benjamin Bloom, as somebody did earlier in the chat. Swans backup keeper injured. Hamer backup. Okay, thank you, Precan. I wondered why that deal was going through. Watching Cardiff v Nodge. Good match so far. Had some issues logging in. First thing I saw was a goal. Keep us posted, chappers, with what's going on in there. And it says Bristol City have gone 1-0 up 8 times this season and have won 8 times. Was that just in the games they've gone 1-0 up in, or is that just a coincidence? Are the two linked? Iain agrees with Lewis. Smith should have scored. Bianca Westwood at Forest. I wonder if there's been a chance in that game. The great Benjamin Bloom. Don't let the fame. Don't know about fame, but there we go. Greatness. Who defines it? Oh, Leeds 0, Brighton 1. Anybody watching that one? Please give us an update on that. Leeds 0, Brighton 1. A little bit of a surprise. That one, Leeds above Brighton in the table. Leeds playing at home. I wonder if Ben White scored that goal. No. Mopai on 17. The third goal of the day for us. Neil Mopai, if anyone can describe that one to me, because they won't show me a Premier League goal. Although, actually, no, Sky might have the rights because they're broadcasting it. Let's see. Are they going to show me? They showed us the penalty, didn't they? So I think we're going to get a look at that. Mopai, obviously familiar to us lot here from a 25-goal season for Brentford down in the Championship, and then a big transfer away. Come on, Jeff. There we go. Chris Boyd is going to tell us all about this goal. Can we see it? Nice little ball round the corner, and they've got Leeds on transition here, and we know Leeds, Ben White bringing it forward. I think, is that Gross, a 1-2? It's a lovely goal, actually. They've torn Leeds apart through the middle there with just the ball around the corner in the first instance. Then Ben White drives with it. It's a give and go. Forgive me, I don't know who. Is that Gross with the give and go? Mopai just managing to stay in line and sticks it in to the empty net. Fleetwood 0, Pompey 1 up at the top of League One. Another team leaving Ipswich in their wake. There we go. Lovely goal. What else are we saying here? My opinion. Oh, God, it says another let off for the Rams. Wisdom loses position. Smith nicks the ball off him. And the tweet then disappeared. But sounds like another let off. Opinion on Rooney as Derby boss. I did a whole video on this yesterday, DJ Samuel, but I will say that, sounds good fun. Wish him good luck. I personally like it when the big names come through as managers. It's an inbuilt story for the likes of me to talk about. Obviously, best, everything should be a meritocracy and best person for the job should get it. But good luck to Rooney. We have enjoyed him for a long while, and hopefully we continue to do so. There you go. Comment of the day. His Royal Greatness. Big goal at Elland Road. Indeed. I wonder what will happen to Joe Pigott at the end of the season. Yes, he might be going up a level too. Tap in for Mopai. Opposer of fake news, Lord of the Bin. Lord of the Bins. I like that, actually. Oh, no. Oh, no. Someone's just called me Jesus, guys. Now, you know what happens when you call me Jesus, don't you? There's many things we could do, but there's one place you can go, sponsored by Noah for the stream. Roots for you. Everybody is going to wish you a big farewell. You're in timeout for the next 5 minutes, and we can open the fake news sin bin. Thank you to Noah, the first super chatter today, who is of the bin. That's a bit shrill, that jingle, isn't it? Let me know how irritating on a scale of 1 to 10. That actually, don't do that. Because I know it's irritating full well. I've got it piped into my ears, for goodness sakes. Thank you, Noah. We'll just flash that up. You can super chat at any point during the show. Obviously now, new segment here, King of the Bin, first super chat per stream, becomes the King of the Bin. So we thank you, Noah, for being today's King of the Bin. What's going on? Very irritating, but it's perfect. There we go. Opinions on Brum victory. Great stuff. Danny, bit of a surprise. Karanka going back there doing the business, but you will take it in the bin. There he goes. Goodbye. Should be 2-0 down. What is Wisdom doing? Yeah, it sounds like Derby have had a bit of a sluggish start here. Miller's missing chances. Smith, the culprit. No way Rooney gets that job if that takeover goes through. So I only see the takeover falling through. Some people have said the opposite, John. We'll see. Again, I will talk about a Derby takeover as and when it happens. Until it happens, there is no Derby takeover. I'm fed up of talking about the Derby takeover or no takeover because it hasn't happened yet. Chance for Bakuna. Tries to pick out Glatzel. Barden gathers the cross, says the Cardiff City Twitter. Oh, we are open for business. Mini Toon. There's only one thing I can do if I get called Jesus. My name is Ben. So we will not be hearing from Mini Toon the next 5 minutes because they are going in the fake news sin bin. Today sponsored by Noah, who is our king of the bin. I won't play the jingle because it took my head off last time I did it. I wonder if Derby have any young left backs we can sniff around. Derby have got young players in every position. Got a great youth setup here. Alfonso on Hamer, who moved obviously across from Huddersfield to Swansea. Never really settled the town. Looked decent. Lost his place as he had to self-isolate. Not good. Chance. That's for Charlton. We're not worried about that, are we? I want to join the fake news sin bin. No, you don't. We want to hear from you. Archduke Bloom, who do you see going down this year? What division you're talking about? Jacob, do you want to go in the bin? You don't even know that Jesus existed. Show me evidence. Deary me. Norwich have gone 2-0 up. That one looks dead and buried. 22 minutes gone. 2-0 to Norwich. We will find out the goal scorer imminently. Anyone got the goal scorer? The bin is filling up. Fill up the bin. Archduke works, doesn't it? Archduke Benjamin Bloom Duke. How Suffolk was that? Archduke. Nice one, Jacob. Todd Cantwell is the goal scorer for Norwich. No doubt that goal will have had a bit of a swagger, so we'll look forward to seeing that one. Norwich going 2-0 up on 22 minutes. They are going 7 points clear as the league table stands. Cooper, excellent. Another happy West Brom fan. we can make a tagline out of this. Bin day is Saturday. Yeah. Bin day's been up the creek here. It's been on all weird days since Christmas. There we go. 2-0 Norwich. Well worked. Hugel saved by Smithies. Cantwell pops in the rebound. We will see that goal. Chappers says, lovely goal. Did you say it in Barry Davis voice, Chappers, as everyone should when they say lovely goal, lovely day for league leaders Norwich at the moment. There is the live league table. Norwich, as it stands, going 7 points clear. 7 with only 24 games gone. And they're going to hit that 50-point mark after only 24 games. Sensational. Michael says, I think you look more like King Charles I. Well, I suppose there's probably more evidence of him actually existing, isn't it? No offense to any of our religious fans, but I'm an evidence-based guy. So here comes the Norwich goal. On transition here, played in. Oh, someone just got suckered in. Nice finish on the volley by Todd Cantwell. Norwich moving the ball nice and quickly and tearing Cardiff apart there down the middle, and Norwich lead 2-0. Therefore, I should probably update the ticker down there. Let me know if I've missed any out. There's always 1 point during the stream where I forget to put a goal or 2 or 3 or 7 on there. Make sure if you're watching that you hit the like button on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, wherever you're watching. Another chance here for Brighton in the game against Leeds. I think it's just a driven cross. Takes a deflection, hits the crossbar there. Leeds could have gone 2 down there. Goodness me. Interesting. We know Burnley are losing, which is good news for the dearly departed teams, but Brighton winning is not good news for the dearly departed teams. Leeds losing is also not good news for the dearly departed. We have in our games 4 goals only. And Norwich have accounted for 2 of those. Hanley gave Norwich the lead on 3 minutes. Jeju for Bristol City scored on 8. Mopai on 17 for Brighton. And then Cantwell put Norwich 2-0 up on 22 minutes. Let's go to your comments here. Let's face it, Norwich are going to go up. I think we've known that a fair while, haven't we? A Todd Tappin, says the Sky Bet Championship Twitter. Not sure if Jeju out of contract at the end of the season. Big loss if he goes. You will be able to find out on Transfermarkt. They do have contract lengths on there. James II, I don't know any of these. Although I am watching The Crown with Shaylee at the moment, which is very good. I'm on season 3, where Olivia Colman, who was in Peep Show, is now the Queen. Very entertaining show. Is Josh King going to the transfer window? You would have thought he would, Ben. The contract's up at the end of the season. Unless Bournemouth just say, well, it's worth 170 million quid to go up. Keep him and let him go for free and make the gamble. So we will see what's going on there. Look what happened to Charles I. Lost his head. Yeah, I don't want that happening to me. Super Benjamin Bloom. It does scan. Yeah, does kind of scan, doesn't it? Thank you, Mick Ness. Celtic playing their second team against Livingston. Best captain in the Championship. I'll put that to the chat. And someone did mention this. Ryan was there. A red card for Jeff Lerma for Bournemouth. Interesting. Good news if you're a Norwich, Swansea, Brentford, Reading fan there, because that may prejudice Bournemouth's chances of getting the win today. Lerma in the central midfield for Bournemouth has received a red card. I wonder if we're going to get to see that. It's a straight red, so I'm guessing it's going to be serious foul play. What happened there? Is it an elbow? Let's have a look. Oh, dear. So he jumps in and his left arm swings round and his hand hits the Luton player in the face. If anyone saw that on Sky, I've read the laws many, many times, and it's not violent conduct, though. Violent conduct is the one with striking an opponent. I think that's a bit of a dodgy decision, I have to say. He jumps, his hand swings out, hits him in the face, but it's not violent conduct. So I know the violent conduct wording is attempt to strike and headbutt, no matter how hard the actual contact, doesn't matter. That's gone down as a serious foul play, not violent conduct. So that looks like a odd sending off to me. Let me know what you think in the chat. Leeds losing is always good news. John, not for my channel, it's not. We've got loads of Leeds subscribers. We like a Leeds win to report on, I have to say. Luke Chambers booked for Ipswich. Red card for Bournemouth. Lerma off. Ben was Jesus. DJ Salmon, do you want to go in the fake news sin bin? Derby really poor today. What's going on, Lewis? Why so poor? Been so slack, almost as if they haven't been paid. Tremendous stuff. Yeah, we just had a look at that one, Adam. It's the hand hits him in the face. It's dearie me. Am I wrong though, Minitoon? What wrong about what? Wrong about what? Honest. Kyle Joseph is a phenomenal talent at Wigan. Yeah, some good players there. Steve Cook is the best captain. There you go. Lockyer bleeding. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? We can't judge decisions and fouls on, whether someone draws blood or whether they get injured or not, because someone can fall and, or, I don't know, someone's fingernail can draw blood or whatever, can't it? So it doesn't always add up. Is this another Norwich goal? It's another Norwich. Cardiff are at 6s and 7s there from another set play. McLean heads that one just wide. Both Cantwell's goals this season have been against Cardiff. They have indeed. They will be sick of the sight of seeing them. Richard Wood, he's been Rotherham captain for years. Best captain, Deeney. Proper leader. Off the pitch, arguably too much sway. There we go. Not a red. Well, it looked harsh, didn't it? Can't wait for Dearly Departed next year when you have to pretend to support. Unbelievable season. It's a nightmare at best times covering Norwich if you're an Ipswich fan. So there you go. Mini Toon, well, is just begging, absolutely begging to go into. Why won't it let me do it? Oh God, it's not letting me do it. Put user in timeout. Go on. In they go. Joy to the world. I think I've managed to do it. Didn't seem to work, actually, to be fair. So, fake news Simbin. Yes, indeed. Let's just wrap up the goals so far. We've only still got our 4 goals. Slow news day today. Slow news day. Donny 2-0 up in the championship. We will see if they can make it. Best captain, Johnny Hogg. End of discussion. Hashtag end of story. Love it. Edward said, do you think Barnsley will win? I think Barnsley would have, but it's on Sky, and Barnsley never win on Sky. Remember, every club thinks their team never wins on Sky, don't they? So we will, well, we'll be here for the watch along and we will find out. Burnley have equalised. Have they, Honeygun? That's not showed up on my phone. I hope that's not fake news. David says, Watford all over Huddersfield, but lacking quality in the final third. Deeney could have been sent off. Yes, but as an ITFC fan, you get to see a struggle next season. Honestly, Mick, I just don't buy all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? All the... I find football banter a bit childish sometimes. I'm not going to worry about... Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to want to see someone struggle, on the basis of them being rivals. Burnley's goal disallowed by VAR. There we go. So, no, it always comes up from both sides. I have to be honest, but what are you going to do? Hey, football fans will be football fans. Horrible tackle that. I think that was the one that David was talking about. Oof. I don't think it's a red card. I think he must have got a yellow for that. There seems to be a clear attempt to play the ball, endangering opponent, etc. What are the other ones? I can't even think of the wording. Endangering opponent, excessive force, reckless. I think he was all right. I think I take it he got booked for that one. Alan McDonald, what a player. What a player indeed. And predictably, it is Derby 0. Rotherham, it's been disallowed. I will take that back. Sounds like Rotherham have had the ball in the net, but the goal has not stood. But Nottingham Forest have taken the lead against Millwall. It's Forest 1, Millwall 0. We're going to see this Rotherham goal that's not going to stand first of all. And that looks like it's been disallowed for the guy interfering with play, not the actual goal scorer. Possibly Richard Wood that put that in. That looked like an interesting one, actually. It looked like the guy running back from an offside position was the one given against there. So we often see those questioned, don't we? Yes, Forest 1, Millwall 0. Let me know. Where is the wine today? We got a watch along tonight, Mick, at 7:30, and I've got half a bottle of red wine. So, we might have a little tipple tonight. Sammy Ami Obi, the goal scorer here. Looks like Cafu in the first instance. Amiobi against Woods. comes in. Does that take a deflection? Oh, dear. One of the Millwall players proper having a go at Ryan Woods for not blocking that shot there. Possibly deflected, but the shot shouldn't happen in the first instance. Forest lead on 34. Sammy, Ami, Obi. Just I'll come to your comments in just a second. Let's just see what that means for Forest in the league table. They're on good form at the moment, Forest. 9 points in the last 5 will obviously turn into 12 points in the last 6, would put Forest in really fine form. 2 points a game across 6 games. At the moment, they're going up to 25 points, and Chris Hughton is getting this thing rolling at Forest now. Let's have another look in the chat. Rivalries are fine for banter, just always idiots in every fandom that goes too far. Ours usually fight amongst themselves. Absolutely. It's really difficult, Alfonso, because people, when they see a football channel, they assume that you're going to subscribe to the rules of football banter and just do it. And then when they realise you don't, and people are actually having reasonable conversations, it'll get a bit embarrassing, doesn't it? So, understood. Jan Dander being linked to numerous big European clubs. Is he really? Which ones, Blake? Let us know. Not saying that's not true. Nice one. NFFC forever. Forest taking the lead there. Give me the eggs and bacon you have. Geddes is obviously a Parks and Recreation fan. Thoughts on Andre Green signing for Wednesday? Got a lot to prove, hasn't he, Oliver? One of these players who, at the moment, is just all potential, isn't he? And hasn't managed to do it. God. Andrew says 60% possession and 0 shots against bottom of the league. Don't you just love supporting Ipswich? Honestly, Andrew, no. It's tiresome at best, isn't it? There you go. Come on, Forest. Congratulations to the Forest fans. They're having a good old time of it at the moment. Like that stream. Yes, please hit like. I like Ipswich not doing well in League One. We can come off that because we have a goal at Blackburn. It's Blackburn 0, Stoke 1. Stoke have the lead on 38 minutes. Anybody watching that game, let me know. Actually, Iain, are you watching Rotherham? Was that decision given against the guy coming back? And was he interfering with play? Let us know. Also, let us know if you're watching Blackburn Stoke, because they have just taken the lead there. What is going on here? 3 bottles of water and drinking the Pepsi. Yep. Standard S-housery. Deary me. Ogbonna hit the post. Which game is that? West Ham? Derby looking ill-disciplined, giving away too many cheap free kicks. Nick Powell. Blackburn are going to hate him because he scored in the return game. Is the goal scorer for Stoke. And last time around, Nick Powell scored a goal in that same matchup, and then Stoke just sat in and won the game. Alan McAnally is going to tell us all about it. Tell her about it. Straightforward as you like. We've seen 2 of them today, one in the Norwich game and one in the Blackburn game. And just a corner in, and Powell heads it home. So Stoke have the lead. Let's have a look at the live league table, which tells us that moves Stoke into their perennial position of 7th place, just outside the playoffs. Obviously, a goal for Huddersfield against Watford would put Stoke up into the playoff positions. We will see. Nick Powell, the goal scorer there. What's my opinion on Ollie Skip? Hashtag don't think he gets the praise he deserves. What praise does he deserve? I'm sure the praise into his bank account every week will be enough. But no, he looks very good. And look, he's top of the championship. And has he played every game? So obviously looking good. I mean, the key, if you're a Norwich supporter, I'm the dude, is actually going up and signing these players and, having a crack this time around, isn't it? So, yeah, hopefully we can loan him again or even sign him, says even I'm the dude. Rooney has a job on his hands, but good luck to him. Absolutely. Debut for Jared Braithwaite. Yeah, he is 18 on loan from Everton at Blackburn. Deflected off Cooper again. Did it? What are we looking at in this Norwich game there? Ouch. Smithies bashes his head on the post there. Hopefully he is okay. I thought it took a deflection. Alex, who was that yelling at Woods for not closing down as well? As it stands, if Barnsley win, then Barnsley v Watford, whoever wins, is that coming up? Is that the next game? Edward, thinking ahead. Rotherham scored, but it was disallowed. Yes, I think it's Richard Wood. Wasn't it? Have you tried Captain Morgan? What is that? Is that whiskey or is it rum? I think it's rum, isn't it? I'm not really a spirits drinker, I have to say. Ben, is Cole Skew still at Ipswich? He was a Bristol City legend. Yeah. He'll be here forever, won't he? He doesn't play anymore, having played hundreds of games, but yes, a player that knows his limitations and never strays from them, let's just say. Big chance for Joshviak, but that's not offside. Finally, a decision goes Derby's way. Cardiff's goalkeeper. Is he okay? I'm the dude, with our concussion protocols. I'm glad Ipswich aren't in the Champions. It's a nightmare to get to. Speaks a Huddersfield fan. Yeah, I had great fun last time I went to Huddersfield. Mini Toon is back, everybody. And no sooner is Mini Toon back, but they give me reason to put them back in. The fake news Simbin. It's a hat trick for Mini Toon. And we need to say thank you to Noah, who, if I bring the ticker up, was our first super chatter of the day. And therefore, Noah sponsors this fake news sin bin for the duration of this stream and is the king of the bin. Thank you to Noah. And you can super chat as and when you like. What's going on in the chat here? MK Dons have been playing poor, missing Richard Keogh. They're 2-0 down, I think, MK. Against Peterborough. Did I put the Stoke goal up on the ticker? I don't think I did I? Because I am easily distracted and frankly unprofessional. Up it goes. There we go. We'll take my super chat plug away. There are our goals so far. Grant Hanley was our first scorer of the day on 3 minutes. Jeju on 8 for Bristol City. Mopai on 17 for Brighton. All those players putting their teams 1-0 up. Then Todd Cantwell put Norwich 2-0 up on 22 minutes. A bit of a soft red card. It looked like for Jeff Lerma for Bournemouth. That gives Luton a good chance in that game now. 10 vs 11. Sammy Amiobi gave Forest the lead on 34. Nick Powell did the same for Stoke. Scoring against Blackburn again. Here's a chance for Watford by the look of it. Sema with the shot and just parried out and then gathered by... sorry, it was Ismail Assar, excuse me. Gathered by Schofield in the goal there for Huddersfield. What else have we got here? Cardiff goalie is staying on. That would be Smithies. Another chance, it looks like, for Stoke here. Give and go down the left. Ooh, hits the inside of the post. I didn't quite see whether that... It was down the left. It may have been Norrington Davies. Watford closest scoring, says James. We just got a look at that on Sky. Nice. Hopefully Pritchard will be off to China with a big fee like Moy did. We're coming up half time now in a lot of our games. Roots for you has gone back in. There are people that genuinely come to our stream just to be put in the fake news sin bin. Indeed. Liam says, great start to the day with Waters signing. Comes crashing down back to earth. This is from a Cardiff fan, obviously. Never expected anything against Norwich, to be honest. The class above everybody at the moment. Every time I see Dion Dublin on Soccer Saturday, I fully expect him to go full Holmes under the hammer mode. Have you seen that GIF of, or it wouldn't be a GIF, would it? A clip of Dion Dublin. What does he say? Stairs leading to the next floor, as if they would go anywhere else. Yes, the fake news sin bin is coming into lots of good use today. Dallas says, morning, Ben. Blues got it across the line. Keep right on. Great win for Birmingham in the 12:30 today. Holmes possibly coming back to town. This is Dwayne Holmes to Huddersfield. I think we are talking about stairs to the bedrooms. There we go. Stairs to the bedrooms. Let me know what's happening in your game. Looks like a lot of them are going to half-time now. Not too many goals around today. We've already had Wolves losing at home to West Brom, our dearly departed game. Our other dearly departed game is not going so well. It's Leeds 0, Brighton 1. Let's see. Bielsa loves a big switch around at half-time. Let's see what he does at half-time. In the Championship, the 12:30 was Middlesbrough 0, Birmingham 1. At the moment, it's Blackburn 0, Stoke 1, Nick Powell. Bournemouth 0, Luton 0. Lerma off for Bournemouth. 10 versus 11, that one, for a long while. Cardiff 0, Norwich 2, Hanley and Cantwell. Coventry on Wednesday is postponed. I don't know why I don't have 0-0s against Derby and Rotherham, where there was a goal disallowed for Rotherham. And Forest Millwall is 1-0 to Forest. Sammy Amiobi with the goal there. QPR Wickham postponed. Reading Brentford postponed. Watford 0, Huddersfield 0. Barnsley and Swansea later tonight. Burton 0, Ipswich 0 in League One. Let's have a look at the live league table. So 4 teams leading at the moment, and they are all obviously moving up the table, or in Norwich's case, extending their lead at the top. It's going to be a 15th win of the season, for Norwich. Their 15th win in 24 games. They are nearly on cruise control now, and especially with Bournemouth going down to 10, could be a good day for them, their Canaries. Our other leaders at the moment are Stoke, who are going to move up to 7th. Bristol City are going to move up to 9th. Barnsley obviously play later. And Forest, who are going to move on to 25 points. And that, if they can keep the advantage in that game, that will be 12 points in the last 6 games. And Forest officially moving into good form over a 6-game period now, and Chris Hughton starting to turn the screw. Let's see what you guys are saying. We can go to comments on the games or general chit-chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Can I be knight of the bin, Noah and Ben? That's up to Noah, QPR forever. Entrusted him with the holy hand grenade. Who's that? Rolando Aaron's having a great go. Good. I class him, Henners, in the same bracket as Andre Green, someone with something to prove. We'll see how they go. Dan Crowley, loan to Hull. Has that gone through, John? Interesting. I wasn't aware of that one. That one had missed me. If someone comes in for Pritchard, can they take Diakabi too? Some Big paid players still, I think, at Huddersfield. Lee, yes, we will be doing. So tomorrow, Lee's talking about Sheffield United Spurs. It is the review stream will be at 9:30 a.m. So up bright and early for that one. And then we'll do Spurs and Sheffield United at 2 p.m. Those will be our two shows tomorrow. Field Marshal Bloom. I've been called literally everything under the sun today. All complimentary, though. Lovely stuff. Interesting. Crowley to Hull after Terrell had gone the other way. Yeah, has worked out that way, hasn't it? I love how Accrington Stanley are actually challenging for a spot. Hey, don't knock it. They're doing splendidly, aren't they, at the moment? What's Kane Vincent Young been like? Ipswich went to school with him. Well, he's probably got the highest win percentage of any player in the division because he played about 9 games. I think he won about 8 of them. And he's been injured ever since, poor guy. But he was really, really, really decent. Shall I put Mini Toon back in the sin bin? Don't know if I can be bothered. Just getting tiresome now. Mini Toon is back in for the 4th time in the fake news. The fake news sin bin. Sorry, I literally cut myself off there by playing the clip, which mutes my microphone, which I'm sure a lot of people would be happy to do. What else are you guys saying in the chat? Look, yes, says, have to say Leeds defensive line looked horrible in the goal. Ayling not close, holding the offside line. They got them on the turnover, which you can do with Leeds. Wednesday game off due to Corona. Thanks, Rooney, for constantly spitting on. I don't know if we can blame Mr. Rooney, but yes, hopefully all the players with COVID or isolating are all okay. Impressive half from Norwich. Cardiff look lost at the moment. Accrington Stanley to be the next Yeovil, Burton or Wickham. Yeah, absolutely. If they get up. And Andy Holt's always a good laugh on Twitter, the owner, isn't he? William says, worried to play Barnsley. Well, going to have to get over that worry in the next 4 hours, and we'll be back, William. Come and join us for the watch along. What's the decorations like in the sin bin? Has it a bar? David, I've never been in there, so I don't know what it's like. So anyone who's been in there could probably smarten you up. The Journeyman Guide says, good start for Brighton. Mopai with a tap-in after good play between Trossard and McAllister. McAllister's credit. Trossard also hit the crossbar after a wicked deflection. Deserved lead. Not good. Not good, indeed. James says, Norwich are walking Cardiff. Cardiff manager on the ropes. I would concur with that. Crowley is done. Clubs haven't announced, but all journalists have it confirmed for announced Monday. Yes, and we will likely do another transfer update on Monday. Maybe, or we might wait until Tuesday morning just for all the deals to go through. So it's just annoying when I do a transfer update and another deal goes through like 2 minutes after. The sin bin has a bar, but it only serves Rongbo. Other types of alcohol are available. Chris is watching Millwall. Not brave enough until going behind. An accurate long shot by Amiobi. It didn't take a deflection, Chris. Samba, erratic and the usual poor handling in Forest goal. Pierce, not good. Woods, bit better. Parrott looks lost. Not good. Right. Now, Jay has been in a grump, the Birmingham fan, for about 6 weeks. So, Jay, are you happy today, my friend? Great win for Birmingham. Charlie says, Mini Toon. What a clown. Mini Toon is the Steve Bull setting records left and right here for the fake news sin bin in a single stream. It's almost like they want to go in there, isn't it? The Charlie Austin shrine I've made in the sin bin. You never went in there. Oh, no, Noah's the sponsor. So Noah is in charge of the fake news sin bin today. Ben White is so good, you'd forget he's a centre-back, not a defensive midfielder. It's interesting, William. I always think if someone, it's tricky, isn't it? It's because if someone is good enough to play central midfielder, it's ultimately maybe they should end up there. But it's always great to see a really great ball player playing at centre half, isn't it? So we'll see where they end up. There's always the argument either way around, isn't it? So imagine Terrell and Crowley on similar wages, talking about the Birmingham reorganisation, let's just say. I'm not sure about re-signing ex-players. I'd have Lolly back. Well, surely if Forest have got a squad size that they've got, Houghton's going to need to shift one or two out. So maybe he would be available. He just looks... Huddersfield look quite skint, don't they? It's full of bin juice. Oh, God. Bin juice. Disgusting. Why do bins do that? You spray them and you clean them and you put a new bag in, you put one bit of rubbish in and it's... Ugh. Yeah, it seems as if Bournemouth are blowing their chances of automatic. Chris, I did a video yesterday about the next 10. I didn't realise that Bournemouth were 7th, or was it 11th or something, in the last 10 games worth of form. I didn't realise it dropped down that low for Jason Tyndall. Believe Crowley... Terrell on Leicester and Crowley Blues need to get McEachran, Davis and Crowley out. Yeah, Davis just got released, didn't he? Did I get to read that? I didn't, Liam. I haven't. My DMs fill up very quickly, as you can imagine. Norwich are doing the opposite now and scoring before the 15-minute mark. Oh, God, yeah, not the 93rd minute anymore. Brighton will concede, I bet. Every time they take the lead, they seem to bottle it. The legend of the bin went near it once. Out of the darkness came a bright orange face. There we go. Lovely stuff. Is there a sin bin in English rugby? I don't watch. I don't know. I think there might be, actually. Is Millwall signing a Scottish player? Yeah, I think they are, Brandon, aren't they? Was his name... I'm not even making it up because it's the most Scottish name you can get. Was his name Campbell? I think it was Alan Campbell or something. There we go. Ajayi is a prime example of centre-back comfortable as a DM. Yeah, exactly. Moving in between the two. A 0-0 Snorefest for Ipswich. Sounds similar, yeah. 0-0 at Burton. What is my opinion on the Bournemouth red card and Lockyer injury? I saw the red card very quickly. It was given as well. It came up on Sky as serious foul play and not violent conduct. It didn't look like a good decision to me. It looked like he jumped and his arm swung and his hand clipped the guy in the face. So I'd have to have another look, but didn't look like the best call I've ever seen. I'm not sure on Lockyer's injury. Delighted to win a dull game. We got lucky when Bury hit the bar. Karanka to change a winning side and back to it. There we go. Ever the optimist is Jay. Feels so weird watching all the games and not having one. And would it be a good time to play Bournemouth? Possibly it would. Understandable that PP gets the hate. PP? Is that the previous owner? But Dean Hoyle has to look at himself too. Was it essential to take all his money out so quickly? He cut and run, didn't he? So, yeah, you'll know better. You'll know better than that than me. Ben says, what do you think about Rowett? I know Lions TV is pretty adamant he should go 1 win in 14. I mean, I don't watch Millwall every week, and people on here do, and Dan certainly does on Lions TV, so I wouldn't pretend to know more than them. If I could, I would try a little bit longer, but obviously if it's not working, it's not working, and you don't want it to roll in the next season. So not going well, though, and the pressure will be back on if they lose again today. Do you think Bournemouth will appeal the red card after the game? I suspect they will, yes. Difficult, isn't it? Because the powers that be, they don't like rescinding them, do they? Because then you can turn around and say, well, if that wasn't a red card, hasn't that just cost us a game, don't they? But we'll see what transpires after that. It's 4:01. Let me know when your second halves are kicking off. The thing is, we don't know how Tyndall will manage when things start to go wrong. Bournemouth fans were critical of the performance against Millwall. Now they face not winning 2 easy home games. Yeah, let's see. First challenge for Tyndall, isn't it? They haven't lost many games at all, haven't they? I mean, not that they're losing today or lost in midweek. Only 3 defeats all season. Loads of draws for Bournemouth, though, which always you wonder about game management when teams have high draws. Getting flashbacks to the 0-0 under McCarthy. Oh, dear. Yeah. Do you remember that home game, Andrew? The one before the local derby? Horrible. If you say 20 Hail Marys and 10 Fathers, the card shall be rescinded. Normal procedures. Yeah, right. Keith Stroud has been immaculate again. He's passed it all on to referee Langford, hasn't he, Chris? That's the issue. Blake says Swans linked with US international Jordan Morris. We're expecting to see something happen at Swansea. It's a good chance for them where they are in the league. And given that a few loan players have gone out, perhaps some wages have been freed up from budgets, etc., etc. Did Leeds concede a bunch of goals even when they won the championship? No, I think it was quite the opposite, wasn't it? They were certainly, I remember during the season, there were a couple of periods where they didn't concede a goal for 7 games. Very optimistic as usual. Have a good stream. I'm off to sleep, finish. Oh, that's a shame, Jay. Get well soon, my friend. Cardiff signed Max Watters from Crawley for £1 million. Well, as I always say on transfer fees, we take them all with a pinch of salt. But if they did, and there is a sell-on clause, then good luck there. Right, second halves kicking off. Let me just give a quick plug. As ever, hit like if you are in YouTube. Get your comments in. Everybody does. Brilliant stuff. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Super Chat. You can support via Super Chat. The honour of the first Super Chat of the day, and therefore the king of the bin and the owner of the Fake News Sin Bin sponsorship for the stream was Noah. Thank you to him. And he is the king of the bin. One more plug as ever. If I throw that up there, Teesprings as well, where you can buy merchandise. I think you should be able to even see it if you're watching on YouTube right now as we speak. With all of that being said, let's bung up the scores. Earlier in the day, it was Wolves 2, West Brom 3 for the dearly departed, and Borough 0, Birmingham 1. Good away win there for Blues. And in our 3 o'clocks, it is Leeds 0, Brighton 1, Mopai, Blackburn 0, Stoke 1, Powell, Bournemouth 0, Luton 0, but Lerma red carded. Bristol City 1, Preston 0, Jeju, Cardiff 0, Norwich 2, Hanley and Cantwell, Coventry Wednesday postponed, Derby 0, Rotherham 0, Wood with a goal disallowed for offside, Forest 1, Millwall 0, Amiobi, QPR and Wickham postponed, Reading and Brentford postponed, Watford 0, Huddersfield 0, Barnsley Swansea is the watch along tonight at 7:45. We'll be on at about 7:30. And it is Burnley 0, Ipswich 0 in our League One game. My team, typically uninspiring as ever. Let's have a look in the comments. Let me know what is going on in your game as we go. Now, I've done all of my housekeeping there. Charlie is on mega screen here, presumably with iPads and phones and TVs there. West Ham, Burnley, Leeds and Oldham. Nice one, Charlie. Keep us posted. Alex says, worrying performance level. Tuesday, brilliant. Today, not great. Got better after getting a goal down. Forest looked good, both in and out of possession. You'd have to say Bournemouth's almost a better opponent for Gary Rowett and Tyndall than Forest and Houghton today. Stroud had a fine game when I saw him referee the big international between the Isle of Wight and Anglesey. There we go. Is he turned over a new leaf, referee Stroud here? Right. Train spot and football fans, got to isolate. Hope you are okay. Avoider of the bin, bow down to me. I am invincible. Well done, Ryan. Here we go. Comment of the day from Ben. Best creator in the football space. I'll take it. John says, be interested to see what happens to Assombalonga. I didn't know till today's out of contract. End of the season, Sky reported some championship interest. If I'm Assombalonga as well, I'm holding on to that contract because I bet it's nicely paid for sure. Oh, Charlie is a hipster here. He's watching Dortmund versus Mainz, the Jurgen Klopp derby. Henner's asked where the Huddersfield need to invest, and Ryan answers him, yes, Eiting's injured now. Central midfield on loan, you would imagine, would be the one. Just got back from watching Togdad's UK crisp tier with Togden. Togden. Yes, they have zillions of subscribers, don't they? So Fenerbahce fans are so weird, flooding QPR. Don't argue with those Fenerbahce fans for sure as well. Brandon is watching Millwall. Can you do an impression of the Wealdstone Raider? What does he say? What does that guy say? The little guy with the pint of, you've got no fans. You got no fans. There you go. It's my impression. Off and running. Rotherham says Iain. Personally, not a fan of Eiting. Has some shocking performances. Interesting. Scored some good goals, but Alfonso agrees. Here's a chance for Leeds. Rafinha, Bamford. Out it goes. Who was that? Harrison? Just curls it wide around the post there. Ooh, not far off that one. Leeds trying to get back into the game there. Second half begin. Which one are you watching, Daniel? Who do I think is going down from the championship, says Tom. Well, that's all going to straighten out soon, isn't it? Especially with Forest are in good form already. Derby improving and Sheffield Wednesday's little purple patch. Interesting. Friend. Sorry, I've got the window open today because it gets a bit hot in here. And someone's just driven their hairdryer down the road. Incredibly loud. Apparently two of the teams interesting Brit are Derby and Forest, as well as interest from abroad. Interesting. Burton conceded an average of 2 goals a game, which was only able to muster 1 shot. Oh, dear. Same every week, isn't it, Andrew? Is it ever going to quit here? Comes to something when you create a YouTube channel and your dad ends up being more popular. Well, you take it, won't you? I don't want my poor old dad going anywhere near YouTube. He doesn't need that at his stage of life, bless him. There's Thogden mentioned again there. Keeps appearing on transfer marked. Well, there you go. Good luck to him. Bit of balance. That's what we're all about here. Thogden is a legend. We have the great Mark McAdam covering our game. What's the best season of the championship you've ever witnessed? Oh, it's got to be the one where Ipswich lost in the playoffs. 97-98, where you had Forest with Van Hooijdonk and Campbell up front. You had Middlesbrough with Brian Robson and Gascoigne and Merson. You had Sunderland with Quinn and Phillips up front. You had Charlton, who ended up getting promoted. Ipswich with Kieran Dyer at that point. Yeah, I think that one, 97-98. Am I right? Or was that 98-99? It was 97-98, that one. Sensational. No goals so far in the second half. It's been a slow day. So hopefully we'll get one of our nice 5-minute periods where I can't even keep up because there's so many goals. It's not happening yet, is it? There's the latest state of play on the ticker down the bottom. Although Luton have just tweeted 3 great chances for Town in quick succession. So maybe they are turning the screw. Currently in the 3 o'clocks, it is Leeds 0, Brighton 1, Blackburn 0, Stoke 1, Bournemouth 0, Luton 0, Bristol City 1, Preston 0, Cardiff 0, Norwich 2, Derby 0, Rotherham 0, Forest 1, Millwall 0, Watford 0, Huddersfield 0, and Burton 0, Ipswich 0. And we will be back, obviously, at 7:45 for a Barnsley versus Swansea. And speaking of Swansea, Stephen says, Borough and Swansea looking at Conor Hourihane, who I think is one of those players who is really decent at championship level, but never manages to quite get a go at Premier League level. That may be harsh, but it seems to be the way it's panning out for him at Villa. Lovely set play guy, good left foot. It was Ipswich, wasn't he? Conor Hourihane. Bolton 1-0 down, says Tom. Yes, Cheltenham. Alfie May. Who did he used to play for? Quite annoyed by the Brazilian Lincoln. Linked with a move to Town, then broke down as he's going to China. Interesting. I took a trip to China on a little rowboat to find her. Name that tune. We haven't played that for a while, have we? All quiet on the goal front at the moment. Let's just bring up the live league table. You can see it's going to be a good day for Norwich, especially if Bournemouth are held for the second time. And if Bournemouth are held for the second time, then they're officially not in very good form, are they? Because it will be 5 points from the last 6, obviously less than a point per game. At the moment, it's going to be a good day for Stoke, who are back up to 7th. Can they do anything with it and actually get up into those playoff positions? Now, Stoke seem to have gone early in the January transfer market with Matondo and Norrington Davis and Jack Clark as well. Let's see. Bristol City are winning. Jeju, the goal scorer for them, and Forest, as we mentioned, potentially moving on to 12 points in 6 games. Excellent stuff. Alistair, they're trying to draw me on this Lerma red card. Watford 1, Huddersfield 0. We have a goal for Watford, which will immediately change that league table. Watford take the lead on 54 minutes. The Hornets, we will await the goal scorer. Might be Tom Cleverley again. I saw a tiny picture. It is. Tom Cleverley is the goal scorer for Watford. The Hornets take the lead through Cleverley, who scored last time out, didn't he, against Swansea. Here is the goal. Sarr in the aerial challenge. Oh, dear. They're in possession. Oh, no. Oh, God. It's a horrible goal. It's a back pass. And Schofield takes a step back and the back pass is short. He completely misjudges it and cleverly just slides in and gets there ahead of him. I couldn't tell who the centre-half was, whether it was Edmonds Green or Critchlow Noble from the picture I saw, but horrible goal from a Huddersfield point of view there. And Watford have the lead, and you can see in the time I've been looking away at the screen, they've gone up to 5th position there, and that will put them on 40 points. Although Cisco's stripey so far, it's going to be win-loss-win for him. But hey, win-loss-win is 2 points per game. over 3 games, obviously. So Watford take the lead there. Let me just change that on the ticker. Watford, one of our top 6 sides, one of our parachute cartel. That's well and truly been broken up, with Watford dropping down to 6th position of recent weeks. But we did have a good few weeks where it was Norwich, Bournemouth, Watford in the top 3. Ex-Doncaster. Thank you, Iain, Alfie May. What else have we got here? Is this where we get the goal glut, says John? Hopefully, my friend. Hopefully. A 54th minute goal, the first one. Yeah, Alfonso asks if he's allowed to swear. I mean, you can do. I'm not going to read it out. But yeah, if I were a Huddersfield fan, it looks like it's the keeper's fault. You've got to just come out and read the back pass, haven't you? It wasn't the worst back pass you've ever seen. And he just takes that step back and cleverly, obviously, goes in and challenges it down. So what the hell were Huddersfield doing? I don't know. Seriously, shocking play. Cleverly chased down a back pass. Great pressure. Yeah, I mean, 2 things can be true, David. He's doing his job from central midfield, pressing. But come on, Schofield takes 1 step forward instead of 1 step back. And there's just no goal. So, goodness me. Norwood had to go off for treatment. Game gets going again. Play stops again and he's been booked. League One refs, you got to love it. Hey, you have got to love it. So only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 7 goals for us so far in our games. We should hope for more. Schofield down injured at the moment. Is that his pride injured, Hennes? Inexperience showing their young keeper, mostly teenage defence. Yeah, true. All mitigating factors, but such a poor goal, wasn't it? Especially when you're going away to somewhere like Watford. You just want to be tight and consistent. A goal tornado. I like the look of that. Oh, big chance for Bournemouth there. The 10 men of Bournemouth. Dom Solanke gets in, gets round the keeper and cleared off the line. Jacob actually wants to go in the fake news sin bin. You need to say some fake news then, Jacob. But it'll give us a chance to give Noah a plug, who's the sponsor today. Who will take this week's Ball Drawer Award? I think there's a few candidates today. We are well short of goals, aren't we? Goals. Where was I watching the game? I'm not watching it. Mini Arca. They just showed me a clip on Soccer Saturday. What's happening with Bristol City? Is it good or bad? It's good at the moment. They're 1-0 up, my friend. What are you doing, Jacob? What are you doing? He desperately wants to go in. Let's let him in. Everybody say goodbye to Jacob. He's banned for 5 minutes in the timeout, and off he goes to the fake news sin bin. And we need to say thank you to Noah, who was the first super chatter of the day. You can super chat anytime during the broadcast, and he becomes the king of the bin. That sounds like Cardiff have just had a goal disallowed against Norwich. I'm sure we'll get a look at that. Watford have tweeted, they all count, with this emoji. So, yeah, they're on the same page as us about that Huddersfield goal. And yes, it was bye-bye to Jacob in a very busy sin bin. But good news for Noah, who supported the channel and gets his money's worth from his substitution. Stuart says, this is so 80s. What do you mean, Stuart? What do you mean? What's 80s? A standing ovation for Jacob. No Cardiff goal, Ben. Disallowed. I still want to see what happened, though. Paul Merson can tell us. Or maybe he won't. Because Sky have just gone for an ad break. Barnsley v Swansea, question mark. Does that mean we will be doing it as a watch along? Yes, we will at 7:45 tonight. Me after the game, looking for the cycling goalkeeper video coming up. Well, he's not playing today, so I don't know whether, does he still do one when he doesn't play? Noah is loving it. He is the king of the bin today. The goal was cleverly done. That is dad joke quality there from Brandon there. Right, are they going to show us this disallowed Cardiff goal then? Or not? Another chance for the Hatters. Cal Naismith is playing for Luton today. Another player who's probably the only one left over at Wigan from last season. This isn't so 80s. It's perfectly fine. Well, depends, because certain things about the 80s were very good, weren't they? So not that they had the ability to stream, but yeah. Oh, horrible goal in the Bristol Rovers there. Charlton scoring direct from a corner. Just showed us that one. Didn't look like even the greatest cross, did it? But there you go. You'll take it, won't you? What is the classical song that goes da 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 da? You see, you can't get the rhythm, can you? Or does he mean da 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 da? Do they get it from that? That is da da da. It's by Mozart. Dum 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 dum. Is it like Eine kleine Nachtmusik or something? Which one is that? Dum 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 dum. Oh, I don't know what it's called. Brandon deserves to go in the bin for the dad joke. He says, no, I don't. Are you covering the games on Tuesday? And what's the... I've got a super stream advertised. We will be here on Tuesday. I think I'm doing Derby versus Bournemouth, possibly at 6. Dun, 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 dun. Love the Blackadder music. Nice. The 5th. Are you not thinking of Beethoven's 5th? We have got that for the fake news sin bin. Dun, 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 dun. It's difficult with putting music on them because YouTube get a bit funny with copywriting. But they do have certain bits of classical music in there. Right, I'll keep my powder dry because apparently Cardiff have scored now. Let's see if this one gets disallowed. Looks like we have a goal. Am I right, Alan? Is it Eine kleine Nachtmusik? How did I get that from that? I don't know. Almost like I'm a professional musician, isn't it, hey? Right, so we have a Cardiff goal. We've got a second Watford goal as well. Here comes the glut. Knocked back and driven in low by Joe Rules, I think. Yes, Rules scores for Cardiff on, I think, 65. And we've got a second goal at Watford. I think João Pedro has scored. So Rules has scored for Cardiff. That one's back to 2-1. Let's have a look at this João Pedro goal. Nice move down the right, I think, by Firmino. Complete miss kick by Ismail Assar. And Pedro puts it in at the back post. Good wing play. I think it was Kiko Firmino in the first instance. Just knocks it round the fullback and pops the cross in. Looks like it was all over. Jacob's back. He says the bin was nice, actually. Yes, 2-0 Watford. Sorry if I've ruined your fun. It's been on Sky Sports, I promise. You can sync up with the chat. Just pause me for a minute if I am ruining your surprise. However, remember, it's I follow that's behind, not me that is ahead. Leeds are still losing as well. And David our sponsor, actually. Let's give David a plug quickly. And he will be very happy because Watford have gone 2-0 up. David is the sponsor of our Saturday Super Streams. Fan of the channel, happy to support great content. There he is with his lovely daughter at Watford, and he'll be very, very happy with how it's going for Watford today. And Bournemouth are down to 10 men and not winning as it stands. Let me just update the ticker down the bottom there. So Cardiff have got a goal back. So it's Cardiff 1, Norwich 2 now, and Watford have extended their lead. So it's Watford 2, Huddersfield 0. There are your current scores. A small goal glut there. Well, one in the 64th and one in the 65th minute, João Pedro and rules. But we still have only had 9 goals so far today. The sin bin has literally been busier than the goal nets so far. Not good. Not good. Oh, Alfonso, not a good day for Huddersfield today. Norwich guilty of a bit too much coasting, says Mel. Got to admit, Bakuna was awesome in the build-up for the Cardiff goals. Come on, lads and lasses, get the great Benjamin to 14,000 subs. How many have we got now? Like 13,000. Actually, I could give you a live update. Like 13,800. 13,837. We are getting there towards the 14,000 target. Yes, the fake news sin bin. You're out of the chat for 5 minutes. I think you still watch the stream, can't you? Bielik should have been sent off. Awful challenge, says Iain, watching the Rotherham game. Yes, Benjamin Bloom bingo here. We've had a Jesus comment. We had a closed comment, and we've had a who do you support? Can you play the keyboard? And do you watch Ben Foster's YouTube channel? Yes, George. We are aware of the channel on here, but he's not playing today, Ben Foster. Should we make up a Benjamin Bloom bingo card with all of those things on? And we get a prize if someone asks every stream. Oh, dear. Liam's MK are 2-0 down. And so are Millwall. Another goal. Sammy Amiobi. Oh, that's a hell of a goal, actually, to be fair. 1-2, looked like with Alex Myton. Great goal by Amiobi, who's now on a hat-trick as well. Sensational stuff by Amiobi today. A good double for him. And it really, really looks now like Forest are going to be 12 points in 6, and we can definitely say they are on form. Here's one for you at the top of the table. Bournemouth 0, Luton 1. Luton take the lead on 67. Oh, of course, we're going to get a red card now for Cardiff. Marlon Pack has been sent off. Was that? No, it's a second yellow. A red card for Pack for Cardiff. Marlon Pack is sent off, and we need to hear about that Luton goal. And it looks like Dewsbury Hall is the goal scorer. Knocked to him in the penalty box, gets it out of his feet. A nice finish, left-footed into the far corner. And Luton, who are not great away from home, they are good at home. Luton have the lead on 67. Dewsbury Hall, the lone player in from Leicester, is the goal scorer. We need to go and peruse the table because it's just got better for Norwich there in the space of a minute. Cardiff went down to 10 and Bournemouth conceded a goal, which means that Norwich, well, look at that. It could be 8 points ahead of Bournemouth now, who had temporarily moved into second place by virtue of, literally kicking off, and you're on a point as soon as you kick off, aren't you? But looks like it could be a fourth defeat of the season for Bournemouth. They're 1 down and down to 10 men. Could be a good day for Norwich and a good day for Watford today. And I mean, if you're a Brentford fan, and you're on the chase. Could be a good day for you. We'll see what Swansea can do later in the day as well. Basically, a good day for anyone other than Bournemouth at the moment, up in that top 6. Let me just do a quick scroll down. Stoke are leading. Bristol City are leading. Luton will be moving up into the top half if they can hang on to that win. Blackburn, Preston, Huddersfield, Cardiff, Millwall, the entire upper bottom half are all losing. Could be a really good day for Luton. Couldn't it? And that battle down at the bottom between Rotherham and Derby is still 0-0. Let's have a look at some of your comments. What have we got here? Stupid challenge went on a yellow already. I would tend to concur there. He did throw himself into this. Ben with comment of the day there. Oh, I think we have a goal for Ipswich. My God. I think we're not actually going to see Ipswich win on the Super Stream. I think Mark McGuinness has scored. Let me double check. Yes, he has. Unbelievable scenes. Ben, who do you support and can you play the piano? I've done it. There we go. I think Ipswich have taken the lead. It's not come up on Sky yet. Yes, Mark McGuinness has scored for Ipswich on 73. They lead at Burton. And I should say that with my bias firmly left at the door. Ipswich lead at Burton. Let's throw that one up there. And we will go back to the comments. Here we go. A bit of a muggy one as well. Free kick. Deflected. McGuinness up at the back stick and heads in. Maybe his first professional goal, because he's on loan from Arsenal, isn't he? Of his career. Lovely stuff. Right. Sorry. Let me... let's have a look. Stuart says, this is why Jesus hasn't come back. He's fed up of being called Benjamin Bloom. Was it Stuart who said this is so 80s? You need to answer me why it's 80s, Stuart, before you go in the fake news sin bin. That's all right, George. No problem. Rowett will be joining Gary Monk on the Sky sofa soon. Dryden hit the bar, and then they did score Ipswich. Right, let's try and catch up on these comments here. What do we got here? Paddy says Leeds need to change their style of play, although we pull into relegation fight if they keep this action style up. Action this day. Action this day. Pack deserves that. It did look like he did, to be fair, didn't it? Been and gone from his name. Dewsbury Hall sounds like a low-budget version of Downton Abbey. Tremendous. What have we got here? Wackhorn just wide, very close. What else have we got here? I blink and jinxed it. Town have only gone and scored. Wackhorn, typical, not clinical whatsoever. And yes, Dewsbury Hall did take that chance very nicely, didn't he? Come on, Rovers, you are beginning to worry me. They are behind. So, a small splurge of goals there. Let me just talk to you about the second half goals. So cleverly put Watford 1 up on 54. That bit of a horror goal, wasn't it, with the back pass. Then João Pedro on 64 put Watford 2 up and presumably puts that game to bed. Joe Rules then got a goal back for Cardiff. Kieran Dewsbury Hall scored on 67 then. Rules on 65. Amiobi got his second and presumably puts that game to bed for Forest. But Cardiff, having got a goal back, then went down to 10 men. Marlon Pack, red card. And then Ipswich taking the lead on 73. Mark McGuinness heading in the opening goal there at Burton. Can I take a sip now? There we go. And we will go back into the comments as we approach Muller time. The last 10 minutes on a quiet day for goals at the moment. Oh dear, Iain. Fear the worst. We're starting to defend far too deep. 95th minute again. Rotherham have conceded some very late goals this season, haven't they? Just the graphics are a bit 80s. And the 80s style Ron Swanson jumper, which I love. Oh, there you go, Stuart. I can't do anything about the graphics. That's all StreamYard offers. But there you go. I think you were being complimentary, weren't you? We have a goal at Blackburn, and Blackburn have equalised. It is a 76th minute equaliser for Blackburn. Was it Adam Armstrong? We will find out very, very soon. And Bristol City have gone 2 up and presumably put that game to bed in the 77th minute. We will find out all the... I think we're just going to see a red card here at Hull. Oh, dear. Player falls over. Pulls back. Oh, dearie me, that's such a silly red card. Keeper's coming out as well. He knew as well when he made the challenge. Reece Burke. Viner is the goal scorer, says Ania, which we will see in just a second on 77. And Buckley is the goal scorer for Blackburn. We will likely see both of those goals on Sky in just a second, and I will endeavour to describe them. So on the ticker down the bottom there, Blackburn 1-1 now against Stoke, and it's 2-0 to Bristol City. Let's have a look. Let me just do that. Right. And we will see the Blackburn goal, hopefully, if Alan McAnally does do long introductions, doesn't he? So Dak plays it out wide to Nyambe. Low cross by him, goes all the way across the box. It's recycled, and Buckley taps that one in. Bursic in goal for Stoke is appealing for something. Ball crossing the line or something, I don't know. Someone always appeals whenever there's a goal gone in, don't they? More out of hope than expectation, I think, sometimes. Hopefully we'll see the Zach Viner goal for Bristol City. They are now 2-0 up and probably home and hosed now. Viner on 77 minutes. We're now going to see it on Sky. Clipped into the box, headed. That's tremendous. It's headed back and he completely miskicks it, slices the volley, and it kind of loops in slow motion into the far corner. I love it. Zach Viner with probably my favourite goal of the day there for Bristol City on the half volley with his left foot. There we go. Right. Lewis says, all Derby now. Rotherham sitting deep. I think he concurs with Ian's view of that game. City have scored twice. Come on. Indeed. Well done, you Bristol City fans. Liam's going to make the dinner because MK are not doing anything for him today. Glad Luton are winning, says Brecan. Yeah, it could be a really good day for Swans, couldn't it? Haven't beaten Preston in 12 years. It looks like it's going to happen today, Anir. Touch wood. David says, if only you had some way to indicate which team you support. Oh, Stoke are down to 10. This could really turn. Adam Armstrong was running through on goal. And if it's a foul, is it an obvious goal scoring opportunity? Show us a replay, Sky. It's a red card. Yeah, I think that might be a fair call, actually. Armstrong's going in on goal. He's quite far back, but he is still going in on goal, which defines obvious goal scoring opportunity there. And a red card for Chester for Stoke on 79. They're going to play the last 10 minutes with 10 men, but Stoke are a good defensive side, aren't they? Yes, if only I had some way of indicating which team I supported. There we go. Yes, City, first win against Preston in years. You have no idea how happy I am. Well done, Honey Gun. Good to see it. If we go in front, I want to go in the bin as a reward and write a passage. We just have to lie about it then. Go on, Blackburn, need another goal. Can I bin you? If you talk some nonsense, of course. Do you think Forest have turned the corner now? It would appear so. 12 points in 6 games is not what you see from teams who are going to finish in the bottom 6, is it? We do love to play against 10 men. That's a good point. They've punished 10 men a lot. You should put your team you support. I've got the piano tattooed on my arm, but Shaylee would literally kill me if I got a football tattoo. That's not worth my life. Forest 3, Millwall 0. I can see my Millwall friends being unhappy today. 83rd minute goal, and Forest, for those who were asking if they've turned the corner, well, they're definitely streaking away with this one. Did Amiobi get the hat-trick, though? I wonder. We will find out, no doubt, very, very soon. Forest 3. Forest have just tweeted the goal. Let's see if I can get that tweet up. Is that Ryan Yates? It's hard to tell. Pictures all filtered. Anyway, Bianca Westwood's going to tell me. Yes, it was Ryan Yates. It's going to be another set play. Goes loose and Yates forces it in at the near post. Not good. Not good. Yates, the goal scorer, on 83 for Forest. Let me update the ticker, but doesn't really make any difference to the outcome. Forest were already 2-0 up. We are in... It makes a difference to my ticker because I didn't even have the second game up. Darnell Fisher has got his yellow card for the day. Standard. Right, going into the last 10 minutes now. We're in the last 10 minutes in a lot of the games. Games in which there's only one goal in it are quite a few, actually. Leeds and Brighton is 1-0 to Brighton. That could change on one goal. Blackburn 1, Stoke 1. Remember, Stoke down to 10. That could change the outcome on one goal. Bristol City look home and hosed. They're 2-0 up against Preston. Cardiff 1, Norwich 2. A goal there would change the outcome for Cardiff. However, they're down to 10. Derby 0, Rotherham 0. Goal there could likely be the winner. We've heard that Rotherham are getting deeper and deeper and closer to their goal. We hope for the Rotherham fans, not another late goal coming. I wonder. It's just in their heads now, isn't it? Forest 3, Millwall 0. Looks all done and dusted, as does Watford 2, Huddersfield 0. Burton 0, Ipswich 1. Well, Ipswich are capable of doing anything, aren't they? Could win 3-0 or lose 5-1 in the last 10 minutes, couldn't they? And obviously come back and join me tonight for Barnsley versus Swansea. We'll do that as a watch-along. Let me know if you think late winners are coming and where are they coming from. We're in Norwich territory now. We are, but they're already winning, so they don't need another goal, do they? Who's going to get the stoppage time goal today? You know it's boring when half the chat are asking to go in the sin bin. Hopefully it's not too boring, Alistair. We're trying to enjoy today's Saturday super stream. Lewis says, Derby been so poor today. You can tell they've not been training. Huge chance for Rotherham. Lindsay's effort from close range blocked. Oh, dear. Let's see. There you go, Jeffrey. Bogey team, schmogey team. Bristol City beating Preston today. We're going to see this Rotherham chance now. Lofted into the box, headed down. It just wouldn't come down for him. He doesn't. I feel for him there. There's not a lot he can do with that. Lindsay tries to get a shot off. It just won't bounce down for him. Into the last 5 minutes in normal time of most of these games. Now, I predict it will be Millwall to get a pointless goal. Yeah, of course. Lindsay from 2 yards. Yeah. All coming through. Thank you, Iain and Lewis. It's great this because we've got one Derby fan and one Rotherham fan watching this game. So hopefully we get a nice bit of balance. And it looks like Rotherham have taken the lead. on 86 minutes. We are going to hear about this very, very imminently. Could be a late defeat for Rotherham. Late defeat for Derby in Wayne Rooney's first game. And it could be the rarest of rare things, an away win for Paul Vaughan in the Championship. The free kick hits the post. It's recycled, clipped back in. And, Kel Roos is all at sixes and sevens there. The Derby keeper gets stuck on his goal line. And Lindsay, who just had that chance, it rebounds to him and he pops it in. Roos just got stuck there. Too many bodies in his way. And Rotherham have the lead through Jamie Lindsay. That will be a really big win for Rotherham. But they've conceded lots of late goals this season, the Millers. Does that mean we're all out of 0-0s now? I think we are all out of 0-0s. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. No 0-0s anymore. So we got our goals in the end in all of our games. Let's see if there's a late sting in the tail anywhere now. What are you guys saying here? Come on, you mighty Millers, says John. Thanks for the tip. Whoever said Derby was bad, bet on it without even seeing the game. Yeah. Saturdays are not the same without Reading. They'll be back. Don't you worry. And there you go. Someone predicted we get a pointless Millwall goal. There it is on 89 minutes. We'll see who has got the goal for Millwall. It is 3-1 now there. They've gone to Paul Merson for the Cardiff-Norwich game, although I think the red card has killed that one for Cardiff. Josh Murphy on, says Mel. Ben Thompson is back and scoring for Millwall. We'll no doubt see that goal in just a second. Let me just update the ticker. Was it you, Anir? Yeah, it was. Told you Millwall would get a pointless goal. Well, it's something for us to talk about. Let's see. Ben Thompson is the goal scorer. Another set play. Excuse me. Samba with bodies in the way. Flaps at it a little bit, and Thompson switches it from right foot to left foot and half volleys that one home. Goal for Ben Thompson there. He's been out for a while, hasn't he? Well, he's certainly not been being used by Gary Rowett for Millwall. Are we going to get a late goal that changes the outcome of a game? We got a late goal there at Forest, but it does not change the outcome of the game. They're into stoppage time. It's going to be a disappointing defeat for Leeds today. Disappointing for West Brom as well, and Fulham, who were chasing Brighton, and the 3 points are going their way as it stands. Continued improvement and solid performance from Forest, but they didn't have to be brilliant. I could say about individuals, but it was a vital game. The fact is that's now one win in 15 for Rowett. Ian's telling me to shut up. Is this about Rotherham's habit of conceding late? Not my fault, Ian. I think Ian might be a bit nervous there in the chat. Derby corner, says John. Are we into stoppage time there? I wonder. And I have to say, it could be a very, very big win for Rotherham. Rotherham score is a bit of a worry for Birmingham, says Stuart, despite the win today. Still in the dogfight. Leeds have lost. It's all over. Leeds 0, Brighton 1. Very, very good win for Mr. Potter. Harry Potter. Don't worry, I won't ever do that again. For Brighton, let me just bring up the table just from a dearly departed point of view. And you will see down the bottom there Leeds in 12th. Brighton move on to 17. So despite that win for West Brom today, they're still 6 points off safety. Bit of a bad result for the dearly departed there. Of course, I'm talking Sheffield United, West Brom and Fulham, who we cover on the Dearly Departed show, who are indeed the bottom three. And of course, a bad result for Leeds. We're into stoppage time in a lot of our championship games now. West Ham have beaten Burnley, which is a full-time there. West Ham having a good season, aren't they? That's a good result for our dearly departed, although Birmingham had gotten away a bit. I think we're going to see a chance for Blackburn here. Harvey Elliott pops it in. Bursic fouled there. Two Blackburn players jumping with Bursic, and he is brave enough to go in there and draw the foul. Let's just bring up so you can see all of the times as they are transpiring. And no full times just yet. Everybody is past the 90-minute mark now and into stoppage time. So at the 12:30, it was Borough 0, Birmingham 1. Blackburn and Stoke are level at 1-1. Stoke down to 10. Bournemouth 0, Luton 1. Going to be a big defeat for Bournemouth. They're down to 10 as well, which is scuppering their chances today. Cardiff 1, Norwich 2. It's going to be a good day for Norwich, especially with Bournemouth losing. Swansea play later at Barnsley. Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday postponed. Derby 0, Rotherham 1. Into stoppage time. There could be a really big win for Rotherham today. And Wayne Rooney's first game in charge, of course. I'm sure the sub-editors will love that, getting to write Rooney in their headlines all the time now. Forest 3, Millwall 1, Amiobi with 2. 1 win in 15, I think Chris said, for Rowett at Millwall. QPR and Wycombe postponed, Reading and Brentford postponed, and Watford seemingly home and host there. They are 2-0 up. We're just waiting for full times to come through. Now let's delve back into the comments. They have played 93 and a half minutes at Cardiff. Ipswich have won. It's a victory for Ipswich by 1-0. What's going on here? We have a Norwich player sitting on the ball. All sorts of shenanigans going on here. I think he's trying to kill some time. It's Hugel, who's then holding his head. All kinds of fisticuffs going on at Cardiff, who have won a free kick there, which I'm sure they'll stick into the box for what will probably be the last attack of that game. Iain says, nervous, I'm bricking it. Unless you're a Derby fan, cross your fingers for Iain there, the Rotherham fan there. Irrelevance awaits us in the no man's land of mid-table. Very poetic, says Ryan. 4 minutes added, feels like 4 hours. I'm sure we've all been there. Chris says, if Rowett doesn't go, we'll be relegated. There won't be 3 teams more inept to save us. Full time at Watford and at Bristol City and at Derby. Rotherham have won. Goodness me, what a great result for them. Not many games still going. They're still going at Bournemouth. There's the first Rooney out shout. Deary me. The Journeyman Guide, congratulations, a Brighton fan. A rarity in the chat for us. You're very welcome, though, and congratulations on a good win. First since November. Full-time at Ashton Gate, full-time Watford. Come on, you Reds, says John. Congratulations to our Rotherham friends. And Norwich, congratulations to our Norwich friends as well. 50 points up for Norwich and a Bournemouth defeat in the offing as well. It's been a good day for the Canaries, who are so good away from home, aren't they? Richard is not happy with Mr. Rowett. Take that, North End. We've only fecking won 3 points. Good. We've got some happy people in the chat. Some unhappy people as well. Derby fans there. Adrian says lowest scoring team in the league at the moment. Let's bring up the live league table. Blackburn and Stoke is all over 'cause I used to love her, but it's all over now. I think it's just Bournemouth and Luton that are still going. Stoke and Blackburn is over. Get in, says Jeffrey. What hoodoo? It's gone. There you go. 12 years or whatever. Leaving my bias at the door. We deserved that. Jacob is an unhappy cherry there. Can't see Bournemouth getting top 6. I think we did it on a video. I can't remember. They're either 7th or 11th in the... I think they're 7th in the recent form table, weren't they, for the last 10. Sky have actually gone live to Bournemouth, where Luton are taking about half an hour to take a throw in, as you do when you're 1-0 up away at a Year 1 parachute team in the Championship. There is our league table. Now, this table does often do strange things with SofaScore, doesn't it? So hopefully it's all present and correct. Norwich, 50 points. Round of applause for that. Excellent work. Swansea play later tonight. They can close into 4 points, but more importantly for them, they could move 4 points ahead of Bournemouth in 3rd place. Brentford didn't play. Watford won. 2nd win for Xisco. Reading didn't play. Borough, disappointing day for them. They lost. Stoke draw yet again. That's going to be 9th of the season. Bristol City, good win for them against old adversaries Preston. Are we getting to full time yet? I'm sure the Bournemouth fans are going to talk about that red card for Jeff Lerma in the first half. Are they going to have one last attack here, Bournemouth? Oh no, it's Luton who have actually won the ball back high up the pitch. Bournemouth throw deep into stoppage time here for Bournemouth. Toss down the line. All eyes on the referee here as Luton win that one back. Luton are actually in behind here. I think it's Hilton who's just going to run sensibly into the corner. Luton just looking to get over the line in this one. Still, they play on, and Luton have got another throw-in. Looks like they're nailing this stoppage time S-housery, as you do. Lambert in. End of story, sadly, today, yeah. What else have we got? Full time at the Vitality. Big win for Luton, and that's our final result. We were waiting to come in. Jason Tyndall looks very po-faced there. Nathan Jones looks very happy with Mick Harford. Every club should have a Mick Harford, shouldn't they? The kind of de facto non-president but president. So Barnsley in 10th, they can go up to 7th if they win tonight against Swansea. We're doing that in the watch-along. And down in the bottom half there, defeats. Look at that for all, 5 teams there. Well, not Luton, in fact, but for Preston, Huddersfield, Cardiff, Millwall. Luton did get the win in the end and moved back into the top half. Down at the bottom, big win for Rotherham. Rotherham actually have 6 points in the last 4 games. So I'm sure Rotherham fans will take 1.5 points per game if they can do that, say, over 8 games. They'd be very, very happy with that rate of point scoring. But there is a gap now because of Forest's good form. Look at that. QPR on 24 points. Wednesday on 19. Rotherham on 19. So there is now a bottom 4 has made itself known down there. Right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Let's just do the last of the comments because I'll be back at 7:30. Thanks, Ben. I'm off to check my blood pressure, says Iain. Jacob says stupid card decision. I guess he's talking about Jeff Lerma. Yeah, I'll get a good look at a couple of replays, but didn't look like the best decision, did it? Norwich have won 13 of their 15 games by 1 goal margin. Joe says that's crazy. I say that's the sign of a very good team with good game management, isn't it? Norwich win tight games. And they're going up, aren't they, as it stands? Quality performance from Norwich, says Mel. Cardiff improved little once. Moore's back. Good news there. Pack stupid red card, lost them the chance of a point. They're all focusing on the game because somebody predicted all 6 games right and won 250 grand. Congratulations to that person. Thank God we're still 7th, says Stephen. Absolutely. Dave is after mid-table irrelevance. Well done, Noah. Noah was our first super chatter today, and he was the first king of the bin. So thank you to him. Like and subscribe. Nick, great win for you after you eating your hat in midweek. Awesome result for Luton today. Alvida saying, have a nice evening. Great stream. What else have we got here in the chat? Jamie, interesting. I see Leeds going down, playing how we are doing terribly upset. Oh, not good. Have you started the Benjamin Bloom Weekend 11? I just haven't had time, Joseph, my friend. It sounds like a great idea. Maybe something I could do on a Monday, but it's just fitting it in with the schedule. Chris is fuming with anger. Have a drink, Chris. We'll all be okay. Reading going up. There we go. Cheers to Richard. Cheers to Annie. King of the Bin Bits. It's a new segment. We've enjoyed it thoroughly. It's going to be back at 7:30 as well. But thank you to Nathan. And I'm sure there'll be a bit spare in the 7:30 game. Thank you, Stephen. I'll be back, so I will enjoy my rest of my evening. Hopefully, with you guys here. Richard is a happy Norwich fan. Well, you say wish you could put games to bed. Winning them is putting them to bed, I know. But first world problems for our Norwich friends up at the top of the table with 50 points. Thank you, Mel, as ever. Thank you for your company. Right. It's goodbye from me. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Please hit the like button before you leave. That was the Saturday Super Stream for another round in the Championship. I will see you later on, 7:30 p.m., a couple of hours' time, for Swansea v Barnsley, if you are about and watching that one. And all that remains for me to say is over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.